Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Zhao in the top lane. He's an amazing cheese top laner that nobody expects. Typically, you just want to ban Malphite because it's unplayable. Any champion that either has too much sustain or too much armor is gonna be really miserable to play against. Against tank champions, you still have good options with things like Bork or even LDR, Lord Dominik's Regard, and Eclipse, because Eclipse does max health damage. Eclipse is our first item rush. The shield on it is ridiculous and only on a 6-second cooldown for these shields, and speed up is a bit absurd. So it's going to be Eclipse into Bork into Essence, either Ravenous or Ravenous into Essence, but the first two items is Eclipse, Bork generally. My team is way too physical damage heavy, so we're probably going to lose if this game goes long enough. I'll have to sit on the split. Their team fight's too strong. We have forward bush control up against York. Don't try to all in too heavy level 1 on Zhao, although his level 1's very strong. Here I'm just freezing the wave essentially. Stacking it up. He gets 2 full volleys off before my wave attacks. I didn't need to attack it. I could just walked out. So we get off a double auto there. York's missing CS. He didn't take Ignite, so he's not going to be that strong. We kind of want to trade it out with him, although his new wave is coming up here. He had bone plating, so we couldn't get too much out of that. Could look to also kill the enemy jungler if it's a full clear. Usually your level 2 is when you have a lot more all-in potential. He should have started with his ranged attack. There's no reason for him to start with his Q. He's gonna miss a lot more CS because of that. Trying to figure out which minion I should attack here so we don't miss a bunch of CS. So now we're gonna push the wave. Our E gives us a huge attack speed bonus. It's also AoE damage, so there's a couple of low HP minions clumped up. Then we can just kill them all at once. That minion block, holy crap. Auto attack W. Your autos, not your autos, but your W does reduce damage versus minions, unfortunately. Auto key reset. We couldn't quite get him there. He has decent auto attack range himself. We kind of need to just back this into his turret there. He stalled it out a bit. Alright, we got that push. We're just E, auto, key reset. Auto attack into W, auto, and that is very good for us. We had an HP advantage built up. We had the Ignite advantage. Kha'Zix followed it up. We got the Triumph healing off the York dying. Very nice. So he actually ganked a bit earlier than I was expecting him to. He ganked kind of at like 3:15. Most junglers full clear finish around 3:30. So he came a little bit sooner than I was expecting. It all turned out all right though. We'll take it. First item back. Usually serrated. Serrated's huge. We can pick up this and this as well. Having the controller if we're going to play it pushed up. You don't typically run out of mana on Zhao. The ability you're going to use most is your E and Q, and they're cheap. Your W is your most expensive ability. You only typically use it on champions once you knock them up. That way it doesn't miss. The only other time you use it is if you really want to get on top of them and you can't reach them with your dash. Your W is more range than your dash, and it will extend your dash range massively. So 9 out of 10 times you knock them up first, then you use it. We have a substantial item advantage. He has mild wave control though, so I'm not going to control word yet. Let's get up our passive auto attack. It's our third auto here. So it's this one. It's gonna get wasted on Ghoul, but it's already back up. E auto key reset. We're missing our attacks on him and accidentally hitting his stupid cage. It's really frustrating. You don't want to be doing that. We need to toggle the attack enemy champion only button here, so we can't click on anything else but him. His cage has such a wonky fat hitbox, it's hard not to auto his cage even when you're not trying to. Believe that he's going to be draining his mana there, how much he's spamming that. Slow this down a bit using the bush to cancel autos. Break vision. We only need him to have 4 more range creeps than we have. It's just that since this is a cannon wave, Him having more than that's pretty good for us. He's dead if he steps up really here. E auto Q reset. Auto W auto. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, I got my E. E auto. Down he goes. He doesn't win that fight at all. He actually has more CS than me here. But my wave's reinforcing first, so I think my wave pushes from here. I'll just go ahead and push it just to be safe. Since my wave did reinforce first and the minions were about even. Auto W. Scrape the whole wave down. Feels bad for York. We can jump out of his cage. We also have super low cooldowns. Keep putting everything on a lower cooldown. Look to grab double longsword. In a really, really good spot. Actually, we should actually sell control word here. Should have laid it beforehand. It's not worth holding on to and not getting boots. So even though his minion's lower on health, since it's his side reinforces super early, his wave pushes to me by default, even if he didn't touch it. Plus, if backline minions are underneath turret, his melee creeps creep up, the turret will blast and repel. So I can freeze it on him. Every third auto Zin's out, extra damage and heals. Zin's really good at passively freezing. It's also good at killing these ghouls. One auto attack kills them. Get the knock up on him. Get the R down. Ignite into an E. Auto key reset. I have a big enough item advantage, and he'd used some core abilities before I went in there. That it was a pretty easy thought process. We'll use our Q for the extra damage. Don't want to miss cannon. Might be able to keep him off of his turret here as well. I'm pretty low on mana though. I'll just use E to push here. Nice, nice. We'll see. Maybe I can. Hey, friend. E auto Q. Get him with the W. Why is in midair? I W'd a little late there, actually. He's super low, though. He kind of has to reset. We have enough mana for an E and a Q. I have passive ready. We're going to try to force out a cage here on him. Alright, we can't kill him now. We'll just let the wave come back to us. York's, he's kind of backed up by the Udyr here as well. I can just let this wave push to me and he's kind of screwed. He's got minion advantage. I can back for most of my Eclipse. I'm okay with that. We'll back pick up Caulfields. Also go ahead and go for my Lucids. Lucids are crazy on Zen. The lower your cooldowns, the lower your cooldowns, the lower your cooldowns. Because the more your Q's up, the more you can lower your cooldown. So Zinzao gets massive returns from ability haste style items. It's typically why his 2 first item rushes give ability haste, whether it be Eclipse into Essence Reaver, Eclipse into Cleaver, Eclipse into I forget what the other one. Yeah, Eclipse into Ravenous as well. I need to thin this out. We'll use the E attack speed. I don't think I even need Bork this game necessarily. I don't think it's going to be very essential. So here comes the York. He doesn't have boots, he doesn't have armor, he doesn't have HP. Since I went for early serrated, he should have gone plated, especially since Kha'Zix is a physical damage lethality rush jungler. His wave's going to keep coming to me. I left him with a minion advantage. It's going to keep snowballing in my direction, whether he's kind of last hitting or not. Xin supposedly has a base auto attack range of 175. It doesn't feel like that though. It feels way shorter than that. 175 is on the high end of auto attack range. Short end is Tryndamere like 125. Certain champs basically have 200, like Shen with his Q empowerment autos. Since he perma Q spams. Hit that, back off, go in the bush. We don't want to maintain aggro from them. So now York just doesn't get the last hit. This is what we want. Just keep him starved, keep him hungry. It's not always about taking plates, especially if you feel like you're going to die to the gank. Like if I get put in York cage, and I'm getting focused by Maiden, it's going to be bad news for us. Oh, I shouldn't have let that cannon go like that. That was bad. I didn't see my range creep start to aggro it. It's alright though. We held the freeze. He's too scared to step up. I don't even know if he's in range to get XP there. He's back so far. Try to pull the way back a little bit. He has well more than 4 minions, but some of them are low health, so I'm trying to stall it out a bit. Kha'Zix goes in. We'll go ahead and dive now. We can also push for plates. He's so low. He really doesn't have the option of staying, so he's going to miss minions regardless. Might as well take some plates from him. Kha'Zix already has his Eclipse. Chunked him out hard there. So York laid Maiden. I need Kha'Zix to go in. I guess Kha'Zix is scared to tank for whatever reason. Alright. I guess I learned my lesson. Kha'Zix just wasn't going to go in until I left. I don't understand that. Interesting. Generally in dives, you both just walk up as close as you can. That way you have the most efficient space to kill, but Kha'Zix was not about that at all. We're going to get first turret gold. We can look to roam off of this. Look for our reset. I can get my Eclipse and go bot side. I already have my tier 2s. For some reason Kha'Zix isn't resetting here. We'll push Essence Reaver. I'd say Essence into Infinity Edge. Crit Zhao is insanely strong. If you need Bork, that's fine. If you're up against a Zac, Kench, Cassante, Bork's second item is really good versus that. Otherwise, they're really squishy. They're Yorick. Current Yorick builder squishy. Kata squishy. So is the Jhin and Zyra. So there's no need for us to Bork this game. We'll push full crit. Can't reach him with E. Might have to throw a W. E. Auto Q reset. Knock him up in a W. I'm gonna have to get him with a W slow. Still not gonna be able to get to him though. My top lane's vulnerable. Trist is seemingly AFK. No, she's not AFK. She's just healing. She needs to just go top though. She's gonna run all the way back bot when I'm already here. She's gonna go mid. W, E auto Q reset. Got him with the second W. We're gonna lose a lot of plates now. Someone needs to rotate to that. I guess I'll walk all the way up from bot to top. Seems very time efficient. Yes, yes, I know. Very good use of time. Nothing quite like having to run all the way across the map. It's not really worth letting York get 5 plates. He's running away now. He doesn't know where I'm at. It's a lot of minions. I'm going to run past Scuttle, leave their red buff. Essence into Infinity. Maximum damage against squishies. More so than going full lethality. Because crit's OP. Lethality is biggest value is your first full item. And then crits starts to weigh out value. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But like I said, against tanks, you can certainly pick up a Bork and a Cleaver. Even a Lord Dominic's Regard against super tanks like Cho, Scion. We will have a lot of bonus HP. I'll see if their jungler's over here. Nice, he's not. E auto Q. It's monsters. You can actually lead in with W. That way your Q can affect its cooldown. Since obviously monsters aren't trying to juke your W. There's no reason not to use it early against them. I'm out of mana. I'm gonna hold on to my mana here so I can use some abilities on York. He's pushing the wave with his Maiden. I have an item advantage, although he does have plated, which will help him out a lot. We need to bait out his cage and then E. Oh, it's dumb. No, the minions got past me too. Some of them at least. I'm gonna set this wave up to push to me. I'm just gonna pull it over here. Alright, we're chilling. Wave's coming to me. Actually, I need to farm 1 or 2 more minions. Dang. Alright, that's fine. That spot's okay. I think it's still coming to me. Really wanted that the Essence Reaver for mana. You will run out of mana a bit if you're not dying, and if you're spamming abilities to push wave. Although Ravenous is a tempting second item rush, it doesn't set you up for an early Infinity Edge, so it can leave you feeling lackluster in the early teamfight stage of the game. Since Essence Reaver gives crit, we can get Infinity Edge right after this and have Absurd Burst. We can kill people just 2 or 3 autos. Oh yeah, my wave's actually pushing to him. Feels bad. He's gonna stay for that ward. Might be able to kill him off that if this isn't warded. Auto Q reset. And he's not quite dead. I needed to ignite him. Oh, red buff killed. I'm using a lot of target champions only this game because the York cage is really annoying. Oh, you guys are all dead. E straight into Q because he's underneath his turret. Whip him back. I'm going to flash that. It's not worth dying and giving a big shutdown. You don't want to use your R2 early in a team fight. You want to make sure you're smacking people away and getting them to waste a lot of abilities in midair. Because if they're not inside your circle, they can't do damage to you. They can only CC you. They didn't have enough magic damage to justify me going Merc Treads or Hex Drinker this game. Kata builds currently. When you see her take Conquer, a lot of the time she ends up going Divine Sunder, which does physical damage. So, yeah. It's not really worth going Magic Resist here just for the Zyra and partial Kata. Rather have Lucid since I'm ahead. And I'll take their blue buff here. These guys are definitely going to FF after the next team fight. They haven't seen my true power levels yet. They've only seen a fraction of Xin Pao's power. I'll wait for him to step up. Come up behind the York. Is this awarded? I think it is. Yep. Dang, it is. With the WEQ, knock up, ignite him down. Oh, and I died. That was not worth it all. It's their whole team. I thought it was going to be a 1-on-3, but it was a 1-on-5. If I had one more item, maybe I could do it. Not quite. Udra's getting tanky. Like I said, their comp does outscale, so we need dragons to win this game. You can see plated armor. Yeah, Zyra's going to get his Anyas. Jin's probably at some point going to get a GA. Our team's full physical damage. After Infinity Edge, I'm thinking of picking up a Cleaver or Ravenous. But at some point, I will need a Cleaver for Shred. Or we could go LDR, but the problem is the Udir's the only person building HP, so LDR would only really be helping us against the Udir mainly. So, unless I see York starting the HP stack, which I don't think he will. You don't see Yorks really do that. We need 1700 more for Infinity. I'll go on the split for a bit. What? Why are we team fighting here? And throw out a max range W. They are on the outside of my tip. Get the dash. Auto them down. It's the power of hitting multiple enemy champions with W, then you can dash to any of them versus only being able to reach one through short range. Got knock up in a W, very nice. She had nowhere to go. We'll go ahead and take their inhib here. Auto Q reset. York's backed all the way up, he knows. Auto Q reset. Let's use E attack speed. Take everything. Yeah, we can't actually stay. We're too low. Low health, low mana. They're all spawning in, base speed up, 20-minute mark. We don't want to have to fight that. I can almost get Infinity Edge here. Sick. That's the nice thing about Essence Reavers. You don't have to get Frozen Heart or Mana Moon on Xin Zhao. Essence Reaver plays extremely well with his viable items. grab that top wave. I think if I stay here, I'll be able to get Infinity Edge. I already see Katarina bot. I don't think they can come and kill me too easily. The vision of this bush. Ooh, hey Zyra. We'll hop right over. Ooh, got it. The auto. I'm going to ignite him. He looked like he was about to flash that wall. Zyra plant's going ham on me. I think it's about time for me to reset for Infinity Edge. Oh, might just be able to end here. I didn't realize we had Herald. It's not even going to help us with this turret. It may not even help us with this one if these minions can get in there. Auto key reset. Get the attack speed bonus. Yeah, Herald's not doing much. Auto Q reset once again. The bonus damage. Yeah, Herald did literally nothing. Feels bad. Herald is not that useful sometimes. Hey, Kata. I'm gonna flash for this. Oh, I'm taking a lot of nonsense. Oh, I'm dead. I was trying to get out of the Jinnar and I walked straight into the turret. I gave away a lot of gold there. At least they lost a base turret. As long as we get this next dragon, I'll be happy. Pick up Infinity Edge. Took mostly physical just from turrets, because our R was blocking so much. And we'll look to get... Looking at their builds. Yeah, I would say armor, actually. Possibly Randuin's. Or we could just go for Collector. Maybe Death's Dance. I don't see this item that much anymore. Got a lot of options. I think it's between Death's Dance, Rav, or Cleaver here. Or Collector. No, I'd say Rav. That way I have the split push option just in case these team fights start going really bad now that they have so much armor. More and more and more and more armor. Every one of them except for their bot lane is got the right idea with the armor stack. Against monsters, you don't need a Tiamat item on Xin since his W does full damage against monsters. And against minions, it's 93% damage to minions. When did they change that? It used to be like 50% damage against minions. Maybe it gets higher per his champ level. Interesting. The auto Q. It's time to take bot turret. Why they all fight mid? There's no inhib even over there. I don't know why we're fighting for that. Use the minion for an attack speed bonus. That's why it's good to leave at least one minion alive near you. They have one inhib. It's time for them to all die. Hey, friends. Got the knock-up. Oh, come on, don't die. And that's GG's. Easy peasy. Xin Zhao top lane, man. Just don't pick him against a big armor stack tank, Tryndamere or Pantheon. Let's look at damage dealt, damage taken in runes. Looking at damage dealt to champions, we had the most in the game. Surprised we outdamaged Kha'Zix. For damage taken, most on our team, a little less than Udyr. And for self-mitigated, not that high. I don't know if that counts Xin Zhao R. Not sure. I'd assume it doesn't because Kha'Zix took more damage than us. And we both had Eclipse for the Eclipse shield spam. For runes, high value. All in all, Xin Zhao top, really fun cheese pick. Highly recommend it. Just look for that level 2 all in. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingSticks. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.